Sheriff Alex Villanueva in a war of words with city leaders, and now he is demanding that an emergency declaration be made in order to get more resources. NBC4's Cádiz Klemack now has more on our Streets of Shame series.
These things are deeply impacting so many people.
A roster of Venice residents and business owners standing with LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva today to praise his department's homeless outreach on the Venice boardwalk.
Today in Venice, we are completely on our own.
Bob Carlson owns a skate shop and tells the story of his security guard who was beaten and nearly stabbed to death by a homeless man 2 weeks ago.
We don't blame the police. They've been prevented from doing their job. Thank God the sheriff is willing to intervene.
And this woman spoke on behalf of residents, saying she applauds LA Councilman Mike Bonin's new plan to help house the homeless, but questions his timing.
I've seen 3 RVs blow up next to a children's playground in Venice. I don't understand how these things have been okay for so long, and now that we're getting attention on the boardwalk, that, you know, it's all of a sudden like that's the big thing and he can go and help the boardwalk.
LA City Council was supposed to consider a new $5 million deal to help move people living on the Venice boardwalk into housing over the next 6 weeks. We learned today the proposal has been delayed until next month. We made repeated attempts all day to get Councilman Bonin to talk about his plan and the delay, to no avail.
Now, these are the architects of failure right here.
LA Sheriff Alex Villanueva came out swinging against city and county leaders over the growing homeless crisis. The sheriff going so far as to submit this to county supervisors today, asking for an emergency declaration that could free up federal money for housing and services for people experiencing homelessness.
There's a time when you have to call people out and just cut through the BS. This is that moment in history.
The sheriff's homeless outreach teams have been in Venice the last 2 weeks and say they've helped 19 people move off the boardwalk so far. But there's an estimated 200 people there, many unwilling to leave, while homeless advocates argue permanent housing is needed to make any true impact. From downtown LA, Cádiz Klemack, NBC4 News.